You're listening to the Erith Town Dockers Debate.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, dear listener. This is episode 4 of the Dockers Debate. We are currently over at Erith Town for their pre-season friendly, Erith Town versus Sporting Club Thamesmead. We are currently, by having my watch says, that's actually my heart rate monitor, not the time, the Walla Wally. So we are only a few minutes into this game at the moment, and at the moment it's not going Erith Town's way. We're 5 minutes in. Erith Town had a shot, just goes wide of the target, and Louis Clark's looking quite fresh. He's looking eager in the game, but it's Sporting Club Thamesmead who have took the lead. A corner's coming from the left-hand side, which has been met at the near post and converted into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Sporting Club Thamesmead. You've just heard a handball call there. For Erith Town, the referee's given it. We are currently over the crossways pitches while the main pitch gets the rest of the work it needs. Really nice pitches over here. Good setup, as we always keep saying about this club, and even as a sort of backup pitch, it's really not too bad a level for people to be playing on. Sporting Club, again, as we say, are 1-0 up, about to take a free kick. It's been taken long by the centre half, brought down nicely by the winger, and collected by the Erith Town goalkeeper. Just as a little bit of a background, Erith Town, as we know, are in the SCFL Premier Division, and they were 4-0 victors last weekend at Lingfield away, not far from the racecourse. And Sporting Club Thamesmead are in SCFL Division 1, so the division below, actually it's quite surprising with the 1-0 lead. So we will stay with this at the moment. Erith Town are nicely applying some pressure. Goalkeeper kicks it long. Sporting Club do try and get it out. The second ball's won well there by Erith Town. But this is an interesting one. It's the two sides who both ground share Bayliss Avenue. So it's the battle of the two teams in Thamesmead, not from Thamesmead, obviously, two teams in Thamesmead. We will obviously get back if there's any action, apart from that kind of soft foul there where a player's run into another player. But anything more happens, we will get back to you. And as a plane fires overhead, this game is nearly out of sight, because Sporting Club Thamesmead, only a few minutes into the first half, again about 8-9 minutes into the game, they've just had one cleared off the goal line. A cross has come in, flicked on, goalkeeper was beaten, and well covered by the Erith Town defence to get the ball off the goal line. Still stays at 1-0 Sporting Club Thamesmead. And we're around the quarter of an hour mark, and Erith Town equalised to make it 1-1. Louis Clark, who's been a bit of a live wire all half so far in the opening 15 minutes, follows the hat-trick he got last weekend against Lingfield, runs through, beats the offside trap superbly, has a touch, pings it in the bottom corner, and bang, 1-1. Erith Town are back in the game. It's quite a quiet little crowd tonight, because we're on the pitches around the side, so there was a few muted air punches when it went in, but it's a pre-season friendly. We're away from the main stands and the main game, so it is one of these games. It has got a bit more of a kind of friendly feel to it, to our fellow neighbours from Sporting Club Thamesmead, but it's a good finish. Erith Town now getting a bit more comfortable into the game, passes are flowing a bit more, and as I talk, a nice little link-up play's just been made. 16 on the edge of the area, plays it out wide to the 2, looks up, see if we can get a crossing nice is deep, and it's just headed clear by Sporting Club. But Erith Town now starting to find their feet a little bit more, and 1-1. So it's still 1-1 at the moment between the two Bayliss Avenue based sides, and it's been quite close at the moment, but I think you can say that Erith have just edged it, from my opinion. Are we neutral on the Dockers debate? We don't know. James Dyers looks like he's going to stand over a free kick now. Free kick's just come in, and it's just gone wide. James Dyer was actually producing the dummy, dear listener. But yeah, it's still currently 1-1. Erith have had a couple of chances. To be fair to Sporting Club, they've been in it as well a few times, where Erith are being caught out at the back. There's a little bit of indecisiveness between the goalkeeper and centre half. But again, it's pre-season, and these are the type of games where you iron out these little mistakes before the start of the season. So it's we won't be seeing much more of those, because it's just shaking off the rust, because the more the game goes on, the more it favours Erith Town, and Sporting Club are seem to be defending a bit more. Still quite open, like I said, even though there is a slight edge towards Erith as we approach the half-hour mark. 1-1 at the moment, up the Dockers. And there it is. It's now 2-1 to Erith Town. James Dyer with the goal. Gets around the defence nicely and puts in the bottom corner to take the lead. So there we are. The Dockers are 1-0 up in the Battle of Bayliss Avenue. That's what this tagline could be. The Battle of Bayliss Avenue. We should get T-shirts made. But no, so the Dockers take the lead, showing, as we've said in the last sort of 10 to 15 minutes, they've been the better side. They're passing the ball around really nicely. Nice and one-touch football there. James Dyer now on the ball there. Spins nicely and lays off. I can't see the shirt number there, apologies, I'm seeing through the crowd of people, but yeah, laid off quite nicely there. Again, there's some nice more one-touch football, and Sporting Club Thamesmead are chasing shadows a little bit really. Whistle there for offside. Will there be more goals? We don't know. Approaching about 10 minutes till half time. Erith again are dominating, better side. Really, the ref strangely is playing on from an offside where the offside player touched the ball originally, which you're not really meant to do. But anyway, we will continue. Ball played inside to the captain again for Erith Town, who have won the ball back well. This is what it is at the moment. Erith playing well and keeping the ball well. Sporting Club again, brutally honest, second best at the moment. But we will see what the second half brings. Not long to go now. 2-1 with goals from Louis Clark and James Dyer. Remember the name. Louis Clark, dear listener, who has just made it 3-1 to Erith Town in the first half here. And really nice, again, build-up play from Erith Town. Sees the new summer signing and debutante on the Dockers debate, make it 3-1. So that's 5 goals he's got in 2 games now pre-season. So he's really showing his quality, showing the goals that he sort of said to us that he would start getting the number 9. So yeah, it's again just coming up to half time now. Erith Town have got a 2-goal lead. He's quite comfortable now, and yeah, to be fair, they're looking in total control, comfortable on the ball, playing some nice stuff as well, but also know how to sort of slow down the pace when they need to. 3-1 to the Dockers, 2 for Louis Clark and 1 for Dyer. Half time at Bayliss Avenue Crossways pitch, and it is, as we were saying earlier on, 3-1 to Erith Town. We've mentioned it a few times, but just as a quick first half summary, a shaky 5-10 minutes for Erith Town getting out of the block. They were punished with a goal, not really against the run of play. Sporting Club won the corner well, got to the near post and diverted it in. There was another clearance that was cleared off the line, should I say, a header over the goalkeeper that was cleared off the line, and they also had another half chance at one point. But apart from those, it really has been all Erith Town. Once the passing's been a bit more fluid and the passing's got knocked around a bit better, one-touch football, two-touch football, twisting and turning up front, it has been all Erith Town really. Sporting Club are putting up a good fight, to be fair, but I would say that 3-1 is a rather deserved scoreline so far for Erith. Taking those sort of 5-10 minutes out, they have been the better side. James Dyer has looked very lively in midfield and in the attacking role. He's been doing very well, and Louis Clark again, every time the ball comes to him, he looks dangerous. There have been some chances for Erith as well that have gone sort of wide over the bar. Keepers push one over for a corner, and a few half chances. So the Dockers are leading deservedly, in my opinion. If you are on the other side of the Battle of Bayliss Avenue, we need T-shirts. I'm going to talk to the merch department after this voice note. You may disagree slightly, but I think the crowd in agreement, who are here so far, would say the same. Up the Dockers, 3-1 Erith Town. Erith Town there again, coming close to getting another goal there, where a lovely ball's just been played over by James Dyer, and brought down by Louis Clark. And yeah, so there's another opportunity to make it 4-1 to Erith Town here. And it's clearly Erith are playing a better football, some nice stuff, and Louis Clark there brings it down superbly, and could have been 3-1 to the Dockers. The things you do for non-league football, dear listener, especially pre-season, it is teaming it down, typical British summertime. All shot just goes wide there from Erith Town, but it is teaming it down. I'm standing umbrella. I've got Chris with me. Say hello, Chris.
Hello, Michael. Hello, dear listener.
There's me trying to be the kind of, Scarlet Pimpernel. No one knows who I am. You've blown the cover. I'll never do a bank job with you. But yeah, so it's still 3-1 to Erith Town at the moment. Erith Town again have had a few chances. James Dyer again with a few. He's getting into some nice positions today, don't you think, Chris?
Which numbers, James Dyer?
Number 7.
Oh, no,
we knew
okay,
that.
all right, okay, yeah, no, he's had a good game actually. To be honest, I've been quite impressed with him.
Oh, it looks like a penalty's been given to Sporting Club. I didn't see the tackle due to a pound shop Sports Direct Dunlop umbrella blocking the view. What was the penalty for, Sam?
I think I'm not sure either.
Oh, this is great, isn't it?
I was kicking a ball for a toddler.
This toddler, he's 9. So now Sporting Club have been awarded a penalty. Unfortunately, no one saw the infringement, but there doesn't seem to be much arguing. So I suppose there can't be too many complaints from Erith Town. The referee's about to blow his whistle shortly. 17 steps up to take the kick. Keeper saved it. The keeper has saved it, and it's gone out for a corner kick. Here we go. Put you on the spot. Good penalty or bad penalty?
Low. I think it was a good save, but yeah, it wasn't a very convincing penalty. Yeah, I would say poor penalty really, but a good save. That was a retake.
Oh, so that.
Oh, look.
Oh, good thing the VAR has joined in.
VO cam.
Yeah, he probably knew he was going to be retook it. He's probably realised he was going to retake it. That's why he's missed it. Referee again. We've got some coughs now. Look, he's trying to cover himself. He's trying to cover his backside. If your whistle was blown, he saved it again. That was a much better penalty. Much better penalty. But the keeper saved that one as well. Is it going to be a retake, ref?
Retake? No.
Retake. 3-1 to Erith Town. Corners to Sporting Club Thamesmead. Sporting Club Thamesmead getting out of jail there, where a stray back pass has been miscontrolled by a defender, and basically the ball being stuck under Erith Town's feet has only really been the reason why it's currently not 4-1. A lot of players playing really well tonight, or they all are really. You know, it's been very steady since the opening 10 minutes. James Dyer, we mentioned a lot of times, has played well. He's been getting in the right positions. Defensively, very solid. Sporting Club haven't really had that much to do. As they said that, bang, curse to the commentator. Just saying that the defence were really tight all game, which they have been. And then Sporting Club whip an effort into the bottom corner, beat the goalkeeper to make it 3-2. Spooned it is the professionalism that you get from the Dockers Debate podcast. But to be fair, it was a good finish. We're standing from behind. He's curled it in nicely into the bottom corner. 3-2 Erith Town. And to be fair, apart from those 2 penalty misses, the one that was retaken, they've not really done too much, Sporting Club, have they? Not at all. So, yeah, a little lapse of concentration has made it 3-2. But again, Erith Town still the dominant side, and I can only really see this ending one way. And it's full time here. The final whistle goes, and it ends with Erith Town 3, Sporting Club Thamesmead 2. Apart from that last goal at the end that come very late on from Sporting Club, they weren't really in the half too much, would you say, Chris?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think Sporting probably started the better, and they probably finished the better, but probably for 75 minutes, Erith were the dominant team, and they deserved to win 3-2, and they spawned some chances.
Should have been
quite a few more, to be honest. Yeah.
But the thing is, as well, like I did say, to be fair, it's not overly critical on the attacking play, because the build-up's nice, they get in the right positions. But it's pre-season. There's going to be some things you want to try out. There's going to be some shots that you want to try now that you may not try during the course of the season. There might be some twists and turns where in the league game with some points, or cup game with qualifications for the next round, you might play that pass off. These are the games you try these things.
Yeah, no, I agree, definitely. I think tonight was a good little test against their local rivals. They're obviously competing in a division.
Rivals, we're neighbours.
Neighbours, yeah, exactly, neighbours here, aren't we? So yeah, I think it was a good workout for them, for Erith, and I think they'll be pleased with the win. So yeah.
And we say rivals in jest, obviously. Good luck to Sporting Club Thamesmead this season in Skefield Division 1. Erith Town obviously going to the rest of pre-season now, with the game this weekend, and then some other fixtures against the likes of Sittingbourne FC, which is the community day, which we know about, and then a Welling United 11 on the 21st. So up the Dockers.
Remind us when the community day is again, the
15th of July against Sittingbourne. So a big game there, community day for those listeners who are in the area. Do come down and support your local team. Hashtag up the Dockers. Up the Dockers, there we go. Up the Dockers, yeah. Good result, 3-2. 7 goals in 2 pre-season fixtures. I think Adam will be happy with that.
Yes, I agree.
Well, he should be.
He should be, yeah.
He should be.
He might even get a word.
He may crack a smile. Adam, Woody, 3-2 win at the Battle of Bayliss Avenue, as some have called it. Well, that's what I've called it anyway. How do you think the game went today, mate?
I thought it was okay in patches, but yeah, disappointing second half. give away. But obviously, like it's pre-season, you've got to get minutes in people. Certain individuals needed to get looked at, and I think that's what it was. It was a beneficial exercise, a bit better than training.
Yeah, we were saying that for maybe the opening 5 minutes, Erith was slightly slower out the block, but after that 5 minutes, and I think, to be honest, the goal, early goal from Sporting Club sort of woke everyone up a little bit, because I think Erith were totally dominant for the rest of the game by the last 5-10 minutes. Personally, would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, it was, but again, we're dominant, but we're not putting the ball in the goal, which we need to do. So we need to make sure we do that a bit better going forward, and try and, like I said, penetrate a little bit more. We're getting into great areas, but we're just walking the ball in the goal.
Yeah, we a few people saying on the side of the pitch, with pre-season, I know what you were just saying a moment ago about how it's not obviously the most important thing in the world. You can have a great pre-season start and it might all fall apart when the season starts. But ultimately, the players are getting in the right positions. It's just a little bit of sharpness, a little bit less rust in the legs, and see how we get on.
Yeah, listen, we're getting Thursday. We're trained Thursday. And then we'll move on to Saturday's game. Obviously, we've got a little bit of stuff to do with the shape and work with that. And then, like I said, we move on to Saturday, which, again, will be tough for Velmsted. But, again, it'll be getting minutes in people and working on the system.
James Dyer, for me, was quite a stand-up player today. I thought that he got in the right positions at times, moved the ball nicely, looked quite sharp. Got a goal as well. What do you think of his performance?
Yeah, I thought he was good. I thought he was wasteful in front of goal a little bit, if I'm brutally honest. But... yeah, I think the emergence of Rowan tonight, he was exceptional. I think he was the best player on the pitch by a country mile. And like I said, a few of the youngsters have come in on Saturday. Ellis played Saturday, Waters played Saturday. Joe the Cat come in tonight, saved a pen, or 2 pens.
2 pens?
Yeah, 2 pens. But look, it's good to see the youngsters coming through, and Scott and Mark are doing a good job there. So just got to keep pushing people through, and there's competition for places. And them boys have thrown their names into the hat now for first team squad, and it's up to our boys to... get themselves back in. There's still a few missing tonight, and they've got to work their way into the team as well.
Final thing as well, 7 goals in 2 pre-seasons and only 2 conceded. It's not too bad at the moment, is it?
No, shit. We shouldn't be conceding goals. And the goals we conceded tonight are absolutely woeful. So that needs to stop, and people pointing fingers at people, it isn't good enough. Senior players messed up the goals tonight. Senior players need to look at it, and we'll look at it Thursday.
Up the Dockers.